Hey, what's up, guys? Lane Boland here with Remodel Commanders. It's been a while, probably, I think, a month and a week. I need to get better at that. But this is the $2 million Contractor Charity Challenge update. I think we are what day are we? We are day 221. Oh my gosh, day 221. Listen, I've been crazy busy. I'll report weekly from now on. I promise. I've been bouncing back and forth between the island, Seattle, visiting clients, etc. It's been nuts. So, time for an update, guys. New format. I'm just going to give you the cold hard stats, what's happened, and what I'm going to do next. So, the Handyman's developing nicely. We had our first 5-figure month last month, 60% margins. The design build cohort, I put 637 grand into build across, geez, hold on, let me look at my report. Yeah, I was gonna say four. No, it's 5 projects. So we got an 80K bath, 107K siding project flipped to us by a realtor, 110K sunroom from our calculator, 180K basement from our calculator, and a 160K historical renovation basement. That came as a designer referral, and then I put a bunch into build design. These are all designer referrals. A 500 to 700K historical renovation, a 250 to 350 historical renovation. These are additions and renos, and then just a run-of-the-mill vanilla 150K bedroom addition. Um, that sounds impressive. That's 1.3 on the top end, but it's not enough. It's geez, I want to say 900K on the low end, going through the design process. And so hitting 2 million is going to be tight, guys. I have till January 22nd. And if all goes well, I'm looking at 1.93 million built. If all fucks up, we're looking at 1.4 million built. So the handyman's a wild card, and I need to squeeze in a new cohort fast, super fast. So let's talk about what's happening next. Um, for design build, I need another 600K cohort in the next 60 days, maybe 90, maybe 90. If these are all what I call risk reports to be comfortable. And so what is a risk report? I mean, that's when yeah, a job is in design with a designer architect, or it's in the design phase with a design build firm. And so what I do if it's a designer architect, I run a report detailing all the change orders the homeowner can expect before it goes, if they take those plans to build. And then I offer to tighten up the plans. What I do is I then sub the fixes back to the original designer architect. My quality control checklist is undefeated at this point. It's like 200 line items, no designer, no architect, even my in house guys from previous companies have ever passed on their first run. So it's pretty awesome. And then if it's a competing design build company, what I'm trying to do is rip that job from the competitor, do the fixes myself, and refer it back to my favorite designers so that they keep referring me business. Right. And so what I'm going to do next, yeah, and then I need to build the self building backlog funnel. But before, and if you guys want to take a look at it, let's here I'll show you what that is. So you got top of funnel, you got middle of funnel, you got bottom of funnel. And top of funnel, your homeowner is asking the question, do I want to remodel? And what should it look like? Remodel, build, whatever. Now, there's some nuance to that question. Do I want to? What they're really asking is, do I list it or do I love it? In other words, do I go buy the bigger house or do I make what I have what I want? And they're trying to figure out. They're doing a cost benefit analysis. And so we really want two different classes of content here, guys. Number one is, should I remodel? We need to create cost case study shorts, okay, 3 to 5 minutes. And then answering the question, what should my remodel look like? We want to create design shorts. And I'll give you guys the framework for that if you stay till the end of this update. And then, of course, any of your best performing organic, we need to target in people in market for a renovation and use that as what's called an in-feed ad, meaning when they're on YouTube and they're watching a video, they're going to see your thumbnail sponsored right here at the top, right? Or if they run a search like ideal video short length, weird, it would show up at the top right here, right? Just like pay per click. Okay. And you're going to get about a 10-15 cent video view. And then from there, what we do is then we retarget them to your middle of funnel. Okay. So at top of funnel, they just raised their hand. They said, you know, I'm somewhere between 3 weeks and 3 years of doing a remodel. Okay, cool. So now we're going to retarget that super cheap, and get like 5-7 cents a view. Why? Because we're not using third-party data for the targeting. We're using our own data. And so we're going to shoot 45-second videos. Yeah, and at middle of funnel, your homeowner is asking the question, okay, I want to remodel. Can I afford what I want? And so what we're going to do is we're going to retarget them to project calculators that look a lot like this, right? I'll show you my edition one. NSS home. You know what? It's not here. Hold on. Yeah, NSS. No, I'm sorry, other browser. Other browser lane. www.nsshome.co. Oh shoot, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna have to show it to you this way. So here's my ads manager in case you can see. To build the current cohort of 1.3 million going into design, I spent about $2,000 in ads. But and I'm only doing addition and ADU right now, or I want to. I'll add basements again later. But what is that? What is that pointing to? I'm sorry. This is what the calculator looks like. Dun, 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 dun. There it is. Nope. Sorry. This is killing me. So I just fucked that up. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we'll fix that later. Slow down, Lane. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. All right. So they see an ad saying, hey, what should your calculator cost you? And it comes to something like this, right? You guys have seen this video before, right? They click a bunch of buttons about their project and it gives them here, let's do a second story bathroom, bedroom, ensuite bedroom. All right. Yep. Demolition needed. We'll do just a vanilla 2-story edition. Let's go vinyl tile mix. Yep. Add plumbing. Add a bathroom. We're gonna go cement board. 7+ windows. Add ducts. We want high ceilings. Upgrade the electrical. And yeah, modern doors. Okay. We'll say regular drywall, 3 coats of paint. Yeah. So what ends up happening, Lane, all right, Lane at lane.com, 8675309. Cool. So anyway, they go through this and then it grosses it up. I'm certain I can build that edition for under 358. So that sets the expectation. But anyway, getting back to why we do that what I found is the homeowner, when they're asking the question, can I afford it? They're cruising the interstate. They're cruising the internet, and they're going to like 19 different GC websites, going to your pricing guide, trying to make sense of what's what. So this is a much more trustworthy way for them to answer that question without sitting through a 1 to 2 hour pitch from a contractor just to get a realistic price. Okay, it works out really good. And then we're gonna hit them with the second opinion nuke. So if whether they respond to the calculator outright, we retarget them again with the second opinion, meaning they're with a designer, they're with a contractor, and they're unsure about the pricing. We hit them with that ad, boom, we'll rip that job right away from those guys. But then some educational stuff, like the consumer awareness guide. What's the consumer awareness guide? That looks a lot like this. Consumer awareness guide, right? That looks a lot like this, right? Where, we have a letter talking about, oh my gosh, I'm mortified about, how bad the industry is. Standards aren't tight enough, right? We show our team, we show them we have financing, we show them our insurance certificate, we show them our contractor license, we show them our reviews, we show them our awards, we show them customer references, we talk about our proposal versus everybody else's proposal. We talk about our customer experience portal, which by the way is JobTread. Shout out to Eric Fortenberry, my man at JobTread. We talk about architect drawn plans and permit, our no tricks, no pressure sales agreement. I love this thing. This is my personal favorite. I will educate my customer on all sides of the purchase decision being made. I will give my customers a fair price and a fair opportunity to consider their options. I will not utilize high pressure sales techniques to force customers to comply with my requests. That's so precious. Our job site cleanup roster, right? Like what do homeowners at this stage, what are they afraid of in speaking to a contractor? High pressure sales, and even if they do hire you, they're worried about you making a mess at their house, about you turning their house into a block party with the music and the drugs and the drinking and the trash, background checks, right? So we're answering all of that. Oh my gosh, our 100% money back guarantee, which is actually a product guarantee. And it basically what it says is whatever they find after punch list, they have 30 days to notify us by certified mail. Then we have 90 days to go out and fix it. If we can't fix it, we pull the defective product out and refund them the price for that item. And then they can go pay another contractor to install it. That's what we mean by money back guarantee. And then installation photos. But anyway, and then some frequently asked questions, right? Yeah, basically just taking a crap on low level contractors. And then my personal favorite, the standards evaluate. Like you would not believe how many homeowners actually use this matrix, and we get an A plus, and these other poor saps have no idea they're being graded. And then we talk about what makes us different, right? We're master craftsmen, right? And project directors. So we don't have sales reps, we have project directors who are responsible to you. Your single point of contact guarantees the project on time, on budget. We don't have lead carpenters. We have master craftsmen who have over 100 successful projects, over 10 years experience, and a 99% minimum quality score. So we're already separating you. Anyway, so the consumer awareness guide video is about an hour long, where I go through slide by slide by slide by slide, pitching why we're different, why we're better than everybody else. And we're answering all the stupid homeowner questions like, can I see your license? Can I see your insurance? Can I see your references? I'm like, yeah, it's all here. And then oh, sorry. So self-building backlog. And then contractor games, right? So we talk about, what are contractor games? Well, contractor games are the symptom or the cause of why 70% of remodels go over budget by 20% or more. Not my numbers, that's a house study. And that's due to one of two reasons, either an incomplete, inaccurate, or insufficient design, or a contractor lowballing you, intentionally lowballing you, taking advantage of you not knowing what you don't know, providing a seemingly credible lowball bid, and then change ordering you to death afterwards once they got your house ripped open and you're at their mercy. Homeowners believe it. That's in the back of every homeowner's head. And so we harness that. And we do a 45-second video to a 90-minute long Loom style, like you're watching right now, YouTube video, where I take them through painstakingly the cause and the consequence of contractor games, and then the solution being call us. Same thing with designer games, right? So the designer, they advance their career by winning awards, and sometimes the award-winning design doesn't align with their budget. And because their contract ends, their accountability to the homeowner ends the moment that design is accepted. Like there isn't any third party external or internal accountability to force that designer to design within the homeowner's budget. And even if it was there, they don't build for a living. So how do they even know what construction truly costs? So that's the designer games video. And then the design build games video. This is where I start launching shots at my design build competition, where their contracts are basically a big black box of, you tell me your budget, you tell me your budget, and I draw it up for you and I build it, and you have no idea what things actually cost, right? It's a blank check. It's a blank check for a concept. And most homeowners don't want to do that. And so I educate them on the difference between design build versus design bid build versus how we do things, which is a hybrid of the two, where they get all the pros of design build, which is a cohesive team, and fast implementation, and all the pros of design bid build, which is transparency and cost, without the blank check of design build. Right. So we retarget them with those videos, and then at bottom of funnel, these are just offers, right? We're not educating anymore. These are pure offers. So somebody engages with your top of funnel content, we retarget them with middle of funnel. They engage with middle of funnel, we retarget them with bottom of funnel. Google did this study. It's called the 7-11-4 rule. It takes 7 hours of content across 11 touch points across 4 different channels in order to turn a stranger into a shut up and take my money client. Okay. So the problem, and like, there's no escaping that. The problem is your typical contractor just throws a bunch of content out on the wall, has no idea what's working or how to strategically spoon feed, or in my case, force feed consumption of your content to get as close to the 7 hours as we can before you finally get in front of these people. Because what we need to do is we need to make marketing do all the heavy lifting. Because right now, in most of y'all's sales systems, that heavy lifting, that educating, that consulting is done at the point of sale. Well, if you're waiting till the point of sale, man, and you have somebody like me in your market, you're cooked, because I'm pushing that, I'm automating that, pushing that out on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. So my clients are coming to me 80% sold. Meanwhile, I'm targeting your leads about all the things that I know that you're probably doing quote unquote wrong, or at least that are yellow flags to the homeowner that you don't even know you're doing. And I'm putting videos out about that to come to me for a second opinion. That's what we're going to do in order to build my 600K 600K backlog in the next 60 days within, 60 to 90 days. Yeah. Right. So you got the design concept hook, you got so getting after you guys or my competitors there in Seattle is the risk assessment hook, and then and then there's this third category of client. And they're the ones that are going to talk to like 20 different contractors, and they're going to tell each and every one of them they need to think about it. They need to do their research. They're just not sure. When you hear that and you know that they've talked to 18 other contractors, they're not price shopping you. They are scared to death of signing a contract with you because they know about contractor games. And this project, like, their budget is like right on the line of what this thing costs, and they can't afford it to go over. And the last thing they want to do is sign a $10,000-$15,000 design contract or bigger for a project that'll never get built, right? They don't want to commission a 5-figure piece of art. They want an actual project built. So with the cheap insurance hook, what we'll do is we'll sell a deeply discounted package to get them to red line 1, where they have a floor plan, they have elevations, and they have a running estimate. It's about 70% done, but at least the numbers at that point will be like 75, 80% confident, right? The only thing left to do is selections and do whatever red lines to the floor plan they want. And so I'll give that to them at cost and then just make up my money on the project development package to get them to the zero biller change order standard contract or construction documents. So those are the three hooks. Design concept is just the standard. What is a design concept? That's when we talk to you, we visit the house, we create a defined scope of work and give you some very broad budget guidance. The risk assessment hook, that's getting after people that are already working with a designer, or even better, working with a design build contractor, and rip those clients away from those guys. And then the cheap insurance hook, that's to get after the super analytical clients, or the ones whose budget is right on the line and they don't want to invest 5 figures yet until they know they can afford the project. Right, so that's a self-building backlog. This is done across Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We can mix in radio and podcasts. That's an advanced play. We might get to that towards the end of the challenge. But then, we're basically YouTube video display ads across the Google network. So websites like CNN, Fox News, ESPN.com, whatever, mommyblogger.com, whoever that person is, I'm sorry. And then Meta, which are Facebook and Instagram. So it's omni, it's very much everywhere. The assets to pull this off, we already have the content done, but I told you I'd give you the framework. We'll go into those frameworks in a second. I need to talk next about what is going on. Yeah, so I'm sorry. So we talked about the self-building backlog. Again, stay till the end. I'll give you the frameworks for that content. We talked about risk reports. I want to put about 20% of NSS's budget into radio, but not until we can afford a full station buy. And I'll do a separate video on what that means. We need to ramp our pro influencer marketing, targeting designers, CPA, financial advisors, doing dinner seminars on long-term care versus aging in place. There's a remodel in there, I promise you. And CPAs. CPA, like, if you want to serve the top 1%, their number one advisor is the CPA. So you get in good with the CPAs, you're golden. So then, and then our digital influencer marketing. We're going to stick with interior design influencers, and I'll show you why in a second. On the Handyman, we have 2 bathrooms going to build for about $50K each. And so when those bathrooms go to build, I'm sorry, $50K total, we're going to hire 2 technicians, pull Peter out of the field into a general manager role, and we're going to target $40K a month. Right now, what we need to do is we need to ramp our Google ads. So what I'm getting at, and I'll show you the stats in a second, but essentially what I'm doing is I'm taking the gross profit from the $600K that's gone into build in the last 6 weeks, and I'm reinvesting the net profit, not the gross, but the net profit back into Google ads for the Handyman. You'll see why for a second. But for Handyman, we're gonna target basements, exteriors, windows, planning on 30 leads each in order to get a contract at $50 a lead. We're going to ramp Google local services targeting small jobs, and we're going to need $1,400 per technician per month in order to guarantee a $20,000 a month per technician, which at our pricing is a full workload, right? That's 160 billable hours. For our pro influencers, we're going after realtors and insurance. For our digital influencers, we're going after local mom lifestyle influencers on Insta and TikTok. And we also need to connect our Google My Business and Google Local Services so that we can cross swap reviews between the two. Let's talk stats before I get, by the way, I'm going to show, if you also stay to the end, I'm going to show you my SEO framework and my advertising framework for Handyman home improvement, traditional contracting. Just right. Yeah, it'll work for single trades as well. So on the design build side, we got actually, you know what? No, this is 10 jobs. It wasn't 8 jobs. It was 10 jobs, right? Six came from designer. Six are in design right now for 1.2 million. Those actually came as designer referrals, and we only have two designer relationships. So this is a super hot channel for us. Um, our digital ad calculator leads, we generated 41. Of those 41, we got two contracts. So we're outperforming my average. Usually it takes 30 leads to get a contract at an average cost of $53.35, which I'll show you right here. Hold on. Hold on. Right. So there it is. Boom. Just so you know, I'm not bullshitting you. Okay. And yeah. And so the revenue from that was 110K sunroom that's in build right now, and 180K basement that's also in build right now. So so in terms of yeah, total or marketing dollars as a percentage, marketing as a percentage, that would equal 2187 divided by 290, which would equal hold on, 2187 divided by 290, yeah, 0.007, so 0.7%, when our budget is 5%. So we're killing it on the calculators, but here's the thing. We don't I'm sorry, what did I just do? No, back that up. 2187, so is 0.7%. Here's the deal though. It takes, gosh, 5 hours of working leads to set an appointment. Takes another 15 minutes at the qual call, takes another hour at the site visit, or hour and a half at the site visit, another hour and a half at the proposal presentation. So we're like 4 hours a piece. Yeah, per pitch. We need, in this case, you know, we we need like 5 pitches per per win. So that's 20 man hours to win a contract. We just don't have enough time. So that's why these design referral relationships are so much better, because they're coming to us bottom of funnel, like ready to close. It's just straight up present a pitch and be done with it. So that's why but I need to run these calculators, because that creates the relationship collateral to feed to these designers. So anytime I can't, so it's taking 4 to 6 leads to get an appointment. Whenever we don't get an appointment, rather than just trashing those leads or throwing them on a newsletter, on a newsletter mailing list, we're feeding those back to our design relationships, who resurrect a few, but more importantly, that's what feeds the relationships that they're feeding us their deals that they're getting organically. It's pretty smart. So anyway, right. And then influencers in the form of realtors. We picked up a bath and a sunroom. Actually, no, that wasn't a bath and a sunroom. That was siding and a basement. Sorry. Siding and a basement. Right. But anyway, so siding and a basement. I was just looking at my notes. Okay, so on the handyman side, spent 1,814 doll hairs. If I can find that, it's around here somewhere. Yeah, let's look at budget. Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. And in case you're wondering what targets I'm targeting, on the GC category, bath, decks, interior finishing, kitchen remodel, home remodel, I'm leaving additions off. That's too big for us as a home improvement company. Commercial projects are off. I just turned exterior finishings on, and EDU's off. And then all these little small jobs off. And then on handyman, I'm taking the repair off, and only doing install, unless it's repair drywall. If I can find that. Yeah, I like repairing drywall. That's good money. Um, yep. So I'll save that. Oh, repair flooring as well. Yep. And we'll save that. Okay. But let's go into reports. We have spent we spent $1,800 last month, 41 charged leads. And then that turned into, gosh bless, where are we? Yeah, that turned into 31 jobs for a total revenue of 2615, averaging 665 a ticket, which sucks, and only 6 reviews, which sucks. I need 10, and out of 31 jobs, I'd like to see 9. I like to see a 30% review rate. But in our backlog, we got those 2 bathrooms for 40K and a window job for 30. So when those sell and go to build, our stats radically change to an average ticket of 2665, which is more like it. So spending 1814 to get 90 grand, that's 2% of revenue when I'm budgeting 5%. So that's working out really good. Anyway, let's talk about frameworks for the self-building backlog. So I promised you this in the cost case study short. This is a video, 3 to 5 minutes long. You want to start out by calling out your audience. Hey, Seattle homeowners, consider it, and then whatever it is we're talking about. Considering a kitchen remodel project, curious what it would cost. That's a call out. Here's a recent project we just did, before picture. 90 days later, this is what it looked like. Okay, break down what did the homeowner want, why did they want it, and then the total cost of the project. Just lay it out there. And then throw shade at it, like throw rocks, throw shade, fuckmouth, HGTV, and other design professionals citing hardcore stats of what they say it costs versus what it actually cost. And then I want you to go into a cost breakdown by trade. Every single trade. What did it cost the homeowner? Okay. And then your call to action, which is, if you like content like this, subscribe, like, follow, subscribe, right? A design short, again, same call out. Hey, Seattle homeowners, designing a new kitchen, designing a new bathroom, designing their dream addition, their dream kitchen, their dream bath, right? And then just say, and then call out, like, here's our design tips for cabinetry in 2025, right? Here's our design tips for countertops in 2025. And then talk about first what's out next year. And you can get this research off Google. And then what's in. And then talk about what's timeless. And then the call to action, which is like, follow, subscribe. Okay. Then with the calculator ad, oh, this is my personal favorite. I'm going to go ahead and show this to you. This is some secret sauce. But yeah, so I'll be like, hey, did you know 70% of Wichita owners planning to build a home addition or ADU will see their budgets busted by 20% or more, according to House? Hey, I'm Lane with Strategic Remodel, and I did this as an example for a client. And we've been building and renovating Wichita homes so credibility, right? You could talk about your reviews, whatever makes you sound like you know what you're doing. And the reason for those cost overruns is contractor games, right? And you can shorten this down to contractor games, where a contractor gives you a seemingly lowball bid, then change orders you into the poorhouse afterwards, right? So listen, if you're serious about doing an addition, I strongly encourage you to use our addition project estimator tool. It's based on real world costs of real world projects similar to yours to give you a more accurate expectation of your investment. It's free. It'll save you the 2 to 3 hours of half listening to a contractor's pitch just to get a price. Check the link below. Right. So what we do is so I actually went above and beyond and gave you more frameworks than I wanted to. But yeah, there's the top of funnel. The rest of this is secret sauce, guys. I can't give that away. I probably shouldn't have. But yeah, so I'm going to build out this self-building backlog. It's going to take me about, I want to say 30 days to get this up. And then probably yeah, I was to say next, I'm going to do a report to you guys every week going forward. So in about 4 reports, I'll be able to celebrate this being launched, and then we'll start tracking its stats side by side with the rest of the company as we hit the fourth quarter of this challenge and try to hit our $2 million target in build. But also, guys, I have an SEO framework. Just watch in the next 2 weeks. My Gentleman website is going to rank #1 for all the keywords that matter, and this is what and so we'll do a report on that. But I just want to show you the work that I've done on my brand new home improvement website. So I spent $800 to create 56 product pages. That was $14 per page. Each is like 1,000 words of content, right? Targeting Bellevue, Washington, for siding, gutters, windows, decks, kitchen, home, roofing, flooring, drywall, paint, tile, crawl space, and basement. And for all those projects for each of these cities: Bellevue, Kirkland, Renton, Redmond, Sammamish. Those are all my major cities. Like, this is going to be ridiculous. Okay. And then I spent $300 doing local SEO optimization. So name, address, phone number across 500 different directory submissions, the Google My Business page creation, local map optimization, right? So 100 backlinks to that, 100 local site links, citation listings, 100 local business listings, and 100 local classified listings, and then our Google business reviews. Right now, we have 6 GLS reviews. We should gray hat about 50, 50 Google My Business reviews. Then I spent $350 on-page optimization. So keyword research, on-page, title tags, meta. And guys, mind you, this is my cost because I built a team in India through Remodel Commander. You're probably thinking, wait a minute, Lane, you're violating the challenge's rules. No, what I'm showing you is what your Remodel Commander paid, and then the challenge company paid Remodel Commander double that, right? So RC paid $350 and charged me $700 for keyword research, on page, title tags, meta, right? All of this, content optimization, all this on page optimization. And then we started doing social media marketing, 5 posts a week for our Facebook account, Twitter, Instagram, Google My Business. And then just recently we started our link building to pull all of these links. All in, we spent $2,050 to achieve a first page ranking at RC. They charged my challenge company $4,000. And then I'm going to turn around, or 4,100. And then I'm going to turn around and do maintenance. I don't know what that maintenance campaign looks like. I'll be able to answer that for you guys in about a week. But that's what we're doing for, really, I think what we'll end up doing is just content marketing and link building. So that's your blogs and social media. So we're going to do steps 4 and 5. So I'm probably going to end up spending $1,200 a month to maintain my SEO rankings. But I mean, like, we already did our, like, SEO, guys, it's not an art, it's a science. And we already know, based on our competitors' content and our competitors' links, we already know what we got to do to beat them for every single city, for every single category. And it's not going to take much. I mean, Seattle's a competitive market, but as far as SEO professionals concerned, this is cake. It just takes money. But once we do that, the cost benefit, I mean, I pay $4,000 once. I pay $1,200 a month to maintain it. That's going to completely replace my GLS advertising when I'm spending $1,800 a month, and that's not even getting a full buy. If to get the exposure of SEO from Google local services, I'd probably have to spend 5 times that, so close to 10 grand. So this was a smart strategy on our part, was to take 4 grand of profit off of our 600K cohort that just went to build, to invest in this SEO for the handyman. And the reason why we're doing the handyman side by side with design build is because design build, I mean, you might average as a $2 million company, you might average a contract a month going to build. But with handyman, you're going to do 30 to 50 tickets. So you are growing your word of mouth 30 to 50 times faster with this handyman. Plus, this handyman does all the punch list and the warranty work for the design build company, to include our sister company down in Tacoma. Okay. And so we just took a cost and made that a profit center. That way so now our subs love us even more, because number one, we pay top of market. Number two, we pay the moment the project is, their trade is completed. And then number three, we don't bring them back for warranty or punch list. If we really like them, we'll just eat the punch list from our handyman. If they've pissed us off or they're not in our good graces, we'll just back charge them on the next project. So the subs are whenever they're working for us, they're always making money. The risk you take in calling your subs back to do punch list or warranty work is they're not motivated to do it because they're not getting paid, which then you risk the homeowner waiting forever to get something they really, really want done, which kills your chance of a review and greatly increases your chance of them never making their final payment to you. So it's better just to run it this way. Plus, again, we're growing our word of mouth 30 to 40 times. With every handyman, with every handyman project we do, we leave this brochure behind that promotes the family of companies. And mind you, it's the same company. It's just two different brands. I don't proceed here. Like, I don't want the glow up. What the fuck is going on? Stop. Ugh. I don't care, Canva. I don't care. All right. So, Canva, you're killing me. Stop. So right here. Hey, Canva, you guys suck. That was cheesy. So anyway, we have a special offer on the back end, and we train the homeowner. Listen, if you need additions, ADUs, custom homes, historic remodels, and structural remodels, you have NSS Home. This link tree right here, or this QR code, points to a link tree. And by the way, we talk about our company and all our different services. And then if they scan the QR code, about us and best practices goes to our killer Instagram. And then big projects, small projects, so design, build, handyman, and then all of our calculators. So I have an addition calculator, kitchen calculator, basement calculator, whole home calculator, aging in place calculator, windows estimator, siding, house painting, gutters, decks, whatever the trade is, we can create a calculator for it. But yeah, I mean, we are just crushing it on the Instagram. So anyway, that's what we're doing between SEO and word of mouth marketing. Talked about our stats. All in, guys. Like, I don't know what else to go over. That Justin asks, what are you paying your handyman hourly? Is it W-2? I'm paying it W-2. And how I pay them is actually a trade secret, Justin. I'm sorry. It's the main reason why we're able to recruit crazy good talent and retain them and drive a 60% gross margin and still, again, be top of market. I hate to gatekeep that, but it's just, I can't afford to have too many competitors during the challenge, knowing that. But yeah, I'm sorry, man. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I pay these guys 30% of the ticket. And if you're in a communist state like Washington, Illinois, California that outlaws piecework, what you do is you pay them 30% of the ticket minus the minimum wage. And for me, my guys are averaging about $41 an hour. They're making about $1,500 a week working with me. And it's W-2. Like, you don't do 1099 for handyman. You will get in trouble. But yeah, so guys, that's a great big monster monthly long update. I will do this every Monday now going forward. Plan on 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I'll make these updates. And actually, yeah, I think I can commit to that. And you guys be good. I'll catch you later. Sorry.